Alright, so let's look at your review for your test. Be sure that you watch this over and over again, that you can explain these problems to somebody else. That way you can do the best on the test. Just because you write down what I write down does not mean you're going to do well on the test. You need to know what's happening, okay? So, number 1. What is the solution to the system of equations? Okay, here's what I'm going to do here. This is set up where something equals 2. I know that the first coordinate is x and the second one is y. So I'm going to plug those in. So 6 is x, so 6 stow alpha x. And then negative 2 is y. Negative 2 stow alpha y. Okay, and then I can type in this equation. 2x plus y, and see what it gives me. 2 alpha x plus alpha y. It tells me it's 10. Is that what we wanted? No, that's not what we wanted. Okay, so let's do the next one. 12 stow alpha x and negative 4 stow alpha y. Type in 2x plus y. 2 alpha x plus alpha y. It says 20. Is that what we're looking for? No. Next one. Negative 2 stow alpha x. 6 stow alpha y. 2x plus y. 2 alpha x plus alpha y. 2. So that did give us what we were looking for. But we're going to test the next one just to be sure, okay? 4 stow alpha x. And negative 12 stow alpha y. So we have 2 alpha x plus alpha y. That was not what we were looking for. So the answer is C. Now let's move on to number 2. Jim runs a food cart, and during a busy outdoor festival, he sold that much worth of food. He sells hot dogs for $2.95 and steak sandwiches for that much. If he sold a total of that many items that day, how many hot dogs did he sell? So remember, money stays with money and items stay with money items. So we're looking at X, we'll call hot dogs, and Y we'll call steak sandwiches. Okay, so he sold a total of 985 items that day. So X plus Y equals 985. Okay, now money with money. So he sells hot dogs for this much and steak sandwiches for this much. So this 2.95 for a hot dog plus 9.95 for a steak sandwich gave him a total of this amount. Oops, 75, sorry. Okay, so now we can just use matrix, right? Because it's already set up for us. So second matrix over to edit. How big does it need to be? 2 by 3. Okay, and we do 1, 1, and then it was 985. And then we do 2.95, and then 9.95, for a grand total of 7343.75. Okay, now we have to quit. Go back into matrix, over to math, RREF, go back into matrix A. Whoops, I've typed it wrong. Matrix over RREF. Second matrix, oops, wrong button again. Matrix A, there we go. Okay, so it says X is 351 and Y is 634. Okay, so which one are we looking for? They want to know the hot dogs. Okay, so it's 351. So positive 3, 5, 1. Okay, so we found that one. Let's move on to number 3. What is the value of x and the solution to the system of equations? Okay, so you can pick a couple of different ways. You can move this over and then move this over and use matrix, or you can substitute. I'm going to go ahead and do matrix. So remember, it has to be x, y equals number. Okay, so we have 5x. When we move the y over the equal sign, it becomes a negative 8y equals negative 24. Okay, and then we need the x here, so that 5x moves over here, becomes a positive 5x plus y equals 12. Okay, so your matrix is going to be 5, negative 8, negative 24, 5, 1, 12. Okay, so y equals, go to second matrix, over to edit, 2 by 3, needs to be 5, negative 8, negative 24. And then 5, 1, 12. Then quit. Go back into matrix, over to math, RREF, back into matrix of A. Remember, the top number is x, 1.6, and the bottom number is y, 4. If you hit math, enter, enter, it will give that to you in fraction form. So 8 over 5 is our x. We were looking for the x, so it's C. All right, so let's look at number 4. Number 4, what is the solution to the system of equations? Well, this is easy. Let's check it. X, y equals number. Let's use matrix. Okay, so second matrix, over to edit, 2 by 3, type them in. 3, negative 4, don't forget your negative, negative 10. And then 9, negative 12, and negative 30. All right, second quit. Back into matrix, over to math, RREF, back into matrix, A. Hit math, enter, enter. Oh, what do we notice? Remember, it's supposed to be 1, 0, 0, 1 right here. What if it says 0, 0, 0? What does that mean? What does that mean, 0, 0, 0? It means there are an infinite number of solutions. Now remember, if it said 0, 0, 1, what would that mean? That there are no solutions. Okay, so keep that in mind. Infinite is 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 1 means there's none. Okay, it's like a stop sign. All right, so number 5. Number 5. Number 5 says, the graph below shows the repayment plans for 2 different car loans. How many months will it take for the car loans to be equal? So we're trying to find out, when are they going to cross? When are they going to be equal? Okay, so the first equation is that y equals 8,000 minus 280x. Then we have y equals 6,000 minus 200x. So let's just use y equals here. Y equals 8,000 minus, what was it, 280x? 280x. And then we have y equals 6,000 minus 200x. Okay, hit graph. We want to see where they cross. Now these are really big numbers, so we might have to zoom out. Okay, so at second, zoom. Oh, sorry, just zoom, not second. Hit zoom. We want number 3, zoom out. Hit enter. Wait for it to load. We still can't see where they cross, so hit enter again. Wait for it to load. Don't freeze up your calculator by hitting buttons too much. Enter again, because we need to see where they cross. Okay, we have 2 lines now. Let's try enter one more time. Okay, let's see if we can see it. So, second, trace, 5, enter, enter, enter. It says it crosses at -650 and 150000. I think we might have typed something in wrong. 1000 minus 280x. Yeah, I figured out what it is. We typed in 60,000. It's supposed to be 6,000. So delete that. Now graph. Okay, now second, trace, 5, enter, enter, enter. There we go. X is 25, and that's at 1,000. So 25 and 1,000. So what that's saying is, after 25 months, they will hit 1,000 at the same time. But they only want to know months here, so it's 25. Okay? All right, number 6. Now let me warn you, number 6 is a doozy, all right? That means it's kind of hard. So I suggest writing out everything you know about this problem as you're doing it. Okay? Or the problem that looks like number 6 on the test. So a girl has 16 candies. So 16 candies that she can trade her friend for baby dolls. Her friend said that she will trade her 3 candies for a brown-haired baby doll. So 3 candies will get her 1 brown-haired baby doll. Okay? And then 2 candies will get her 2 blonde-haired baby dolls. Okay? The girl wants 5 times as many blonde-haired baby dolls as brown-haired baby dolls. So with this sentence, which one does she want more of? 5 times as many blonde hair. So she wants more blonde. Okay, so blonde equals 5 times brown, right? She wants 5 times as many blondes as she has browns, okay? Based on this information, can the girl get 10 blonde-haired baby dolls? So can she get 10 blonde-haired? So let's try this. If she had 10 blonde-haired, how many brown hair would she need? 5 times what will give you 10? 2, right? So let's see if it works. It's $2. For 2 brown-haired, it'd be how many candies? Well, it's 3 candies for every brown-haired. So if you get 2 of those, that's 6 candies. Okay? Now, if she had 10 blonde hair baby dolls, how many candies would that cost? Okay? Well, it's 2 candies for every 2 blonde. Okay? 2 candies for every 2 blonde. So if we split them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And it's 2 candies here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's 10. How many candies is that total? 16. Does she have 16 candies? Yes, she does. So can she get 10 blonde-haired baby dolls? Yes, she can. So we can cross out the nose. Yes, because she would still have enough candies for 10 brown-haired baby dolls. Well, did she have 10 brown-haired? No, it was 10 blonde, remember? So no. Yes, because she would still have enough for 2 brown-haired baby dolls. That's exactly right. So automatically you can cross out anything with a 10 because that's how many blonde-haired baby dolls she had. Okay, so this first side is going to be part 1 of the review. The back side will be part 2.